Okay, with the sound of seagulls, today I'm driving in France in this. There's no way that's a hybrid. Is that a hybrid? Right, what are we saying today? Because the echo in this car is kind of crazy. I am back in France. I've done 2 videos. If you haven't seen those videos, they're kind of progressively over the years. I'll link them at the end. This video is a little bit different. I'm in a vehicle that I historically can't stand. Now, apologies to Jobii because I'm about to do a video with her in September. It's going to be coming up. And her car is one of these, but this is the Fiat 500. And the reason why I don't like it is because years ago, I had to drive one of these because somebody had had an accident with one of their kids and I had to drive their car and I absolutely hated it. So I'm kind of want to see whether I still feel that way today. Get used to the car, shall I? And the other thing is I've got the wheel on the left-hand side, so it's a left-hand drive car. So actually should make life a lot easier if you're driving in France. Now, if you fly to France and then you hire a car, it will be a left-hand drive, and therefore you will probably might be interested in a video like this of driving a hire car in the south of France rather than your own car, which is what the other videos are. Now today, all I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be driving up to the next village along. So it's not going to be a massively long video, but you'll see some of the beautiful countryside. And there's something that I used to do as a kid. And I remember my mum doing this. She would roll down the hill without starting the engine, which is not strongly recommended to any learner drivers out there who are potentially watching this content. Don't do this because you don't have much in the way of brakes and it might actually be illegal. So I'm not sure whether I should do it or not, and I might not do it because of that.
I'm not going to jail for you! Yeah, I just sang that.
Being a driving instructor. Anyway, don't drive without an engine because the hydraulic brakes don't work in the same way that they would do if the engine was running. Left-hand drive car in France, driving on country roads, and I'm driving the Fiat 500. If you love the Fiat 500, then hit me up in the comments. I tend to do driving school content. If that's something that you're interested in, then obviously hit that subscribe button because that would be great. If not, then obviously just I hope you get some value out of this video because you might be traveling to the south of France. And anything I do wrong, obviously just, let me know because I am a driving instructor, but I'm a driving instructor in the UK, not a driving instructor in France. If you're interested in doing anything on the channel, then I do have an Instagram. I'll put my Instagram down here. Follow me, send me a DM, and then we can talk about it. I can't guarantee everybody because I do get a lot of requests, but I also do private work and we have a team that's developing. So if you're looking for anything, whether it's mock test related or part 2 related, if you're a driving instructor, or part 3 related coming soon, then follow me, send me a DM, and then we'll talk about it. And there will be a website at some stage coming soon. Anyway, let's get on with this. When I see you next, we'll be starting this thing. Start the engine. This car is a key start. So I'm in a little village called Saint-Hippolyte-de-Montaigu, and we're going to drive up to Saint-Victor. Not much going on in this car park. This car feels so small. Okay, and we're manual as well, so just got to get used to this car. Now the good thing is, the nice thing about when you hire a car is you are driving always in the middle of the road, which I guess makes things a little bit easier when it comes to navigating the roads. Come up here, got a stop sign, so I'm gonna have to come to a stop. Now there's absolutely nothing coming. Get used to the car, shall I? And you know what? For all you learner drivers that might be watching this content, I have actually been driving an automatic a lot while I'm down here. This is the first time I've driven this car. And when you drive manual, you've just got to get used to the fact that you may stall every now and then. I didn't stall, but I did come off that clutch a little bit too quickly. Coming through the village, and once I come out of the village here, it says that's now the end of the 30 zone there, so I get to now pick up speed. Now if you've seen any of the other videos, then you would have seen that I've come this way. Now this car is really loud, like really loud, and I feel like I'm in a tin can. But I will say this, it's not as bad as that car that I drove all those years ago, Fiat 500. It was a few years ago. I guess the car's come a long way since then, and there are some sporty versions of this particular car, the Abarth being one of those, and it's quite a nice, it's quite cute interior, really. I'm going to turn right here, go up to VIctor, and slow the car down, get it back into gear 2, and here we go. Now it's all country lanes. Now this is quite tight-ish, kind of, not really. The car's tiny and that guy's big, but I think we'll be able to fit. I don't like this clutch at all. And you know what? For the learner drivers that are watching this content, I am actually slightly struggling with this clutch just because I'm not used to it. And it does take 5-10 minutes to get used to a car. So, you know, when you jump in somebody else's car as a learner driver and you make loads of mistakes, well, that's kind of okay, because I think we all do that. Now, I'm coming around these bends. Now, what I've got to be careful of on these kind of roads is they do round here drive quite quickly, and sometimes they can be in the middle of the road. So I just want to make sure that as I'm approaching the bends that I'm more to the right on this particular one, just in case someone comes flying around that corner, because it could be a little bit risky. And you'll notice there are no obviously centre road markings, so you just got to get used to the width of the car and the width of the road. And you've also got to be careful of diving into these little sort of culvert ditches they've got on the right or the left hand side of the road. Saw a car the other day get caught in one of those. It's quite horrible, steep down there. And again, if you're one of those people that always go on, I don't know, package holidays or go to a hotel and never leave the hotel, and you don't get this experience of driving in another country, I always do highly recommend it. Now look, already entering VIctor Des Oules, like the French accent there, which is this beautiful little village up on the hill. It is kind of cute. And again, nasty little ditch. That was gear 3. I had absolutely no power there. Now I'm turning right here, so mirror signal. I'm going to come back to gear 2 for this hill because it's really, really steep. And up around the corner. I'm not sure what size engine this is, but it feels small. It makes a lot of noise and doesn't really go anywhere. And this is somewhere where I used to come a lot as a child, actually. There was loads of stuff going on here. I'm going to go left here, so checking my mirrors and a signal. Make sure there's nothing coming from there. I go to gear 1 here. Come around the corner. Got to remember I'm on the right-hand side of the road. And there's a beautiful chateau here, which is like castle in French, which used to be a place you could come for something to eat if you wanted to spend a bit of money. And that is in there. It's kind of cute. It used to be a hotel. I don't know if it is now. I think it was sold to a private owner. Somebody's got a lot of money. And this is a little sort of hillside village. And that's, for me, a very memorable little clock tower. I've stayed the night up here a few times at friends' houses, which is just in through here, actually. They own these. And that bell goes off all the way through the night, which is really pleasant. And this is the south of France. This region is the Gare region, I think, if I got that right. I'm gonna go right here. Taking me back down. It's the Gare region, or the Gare, or L'Occitane. Used to be Languedoc, I think it's L'Occitane. It's really pretty. It's really pretty. It's deep in the countryside, lots of villages and beautiful towns, ancient Roman infrastructure, or Roman villages, or Roman towns, medieval. That's a nastily parked van right there. That's where I just went up. Now we're just going back down the hill. Now I'm not going to do that thing of roll down the hill without the engine on, because I'm sure that's illegal, and I'm not putting that on the video. And that was when I was a kid. So she would roll all the way down this hill without the engine on, probably just to amuse us kids, see how far we could get. Oh, he came around the corner a little bit quickly and quite close to that ditch. Just make sure there's nothing coming. They do drive fast around here. And this thing has just got no power at all. Debbie, what's the name of your car called? Jerry. Does Jerry have power? I'm going to be doing the video in your car, I think. Anyway, and this is coming back, just coming back down the hill to the next village. I guess you could walk it if you were feeling courageous. It's not that far. Making sure I stick to the right as I come around these bends. Again, can't see around this one, so again, I'm just going to stick to the right. I'm not even sure what gear I'm in. I think I'm in gear 4. Right, as I come around the corner, again, I'm going to drop down into gear 3, I think. But the gear ratios in this car, see, it just feels like I'm driving. I don't know how fast I'm actually going. I'm not going very fast, and yet gear 3 is almost like a move away gear. It is very cute. As a car, it is very cute, and it feels a little bit more solid than the car that I drove all those years ago. Years ago, it was awful. It just felt like I was in a box driving down the road, and I felt I had no protection at all, and it just felt awful. This actually feels not too bad, I've got to be honest. I can see why people like it, or they think it's cute, and certainly maybe as a second car, maybe to teach in, for those instructors out there that use one. Would I have one? No, I don't think I would. I like something a little bit bigger. Not massive, but a little bit bigger. And now I'm coming down, see this sign here? We get these in the UK actually. This is sort of telling you that you don't have to give way. No, stop. That one's going to be a stop at the end of the road. And unlike the UK, which I think I've said in previous videos, where you see giveways everywhere, there are more stops here in France. And I think that's because people do move quite quickly. Now I've got to make sure, I wonder what my clutch control is going to be like in this here. Can't see a thing. Get the car moving. And what kind of power has it got? Absolutely nothing. There's a spider on my wing mirror, and even he's doing fine, kind of. Getting blown all over the place. Sorry, mate. Get back inside. That's it. And what speed I don't even know what speed I'm traveling, because I'm used to a digital display. Oh, I'm doing 60 kilometers. Am I doing 60 kilometers an hour? What is that? 60 kilometers an hour. That's about 40, isn't it? And I'm coming back into the village. These beautiful trees, they line all the roads down here. It's, you know, it's very pretty. I do like it. And it's just been like this forever. I'm coming back into the village, and I'm going to respect my village. Oh, I've got a sign here. Got to give way to oncomers. So I'm going to do that. Loads of little pedestrian crossings for hundreds of thousands of people that live in this village. Not really. You going to let me through, mate? Yes, you are. Thank you. So I'm driving my little Fiat 500 through the village. It is kind of nice driving a left-hand drive car though in France, because it makes life a lot easier. You try overtaking with a right-hand drive car a vehicle that's driving too slowly, and it's not pleasant at all. It's not pleasant. When I turn as if I would in the UK, nice and wide to make sure I'm on the right-hand side of the road. Always remember which side of the road you drive on. And I'm gonna slap the vehicle I'm gonna put it here. Just gonna put it here. But that was just me driving to the next village in a Fiat 500. What do I think of it? I'm not gonna buy one. Really cute. I love it. I love all the little reds and stuff and dials, steering wheels, and it's kind of cute. It feels really cute. Don't want one. I'm gonna get rid of this. So, if this video was any value to you whatsoever, then hit that like button. Subscribe if you like more content, and then I will see you in the next one. And when I get back to the UK, there will be lots of regular content coming. But yeah, see you in the next one. And I hope all of you wonderful instructors out there that are working in the UK are not working too hard. Because right now, I'm not. Get wheel out.